RC. All right, here's where I get myself into trouble. Tamiya purist, look away. About 25 years ago, I had built myself a really nice, hopped up, original lunchbox. Had lots of aluminum parts on it. I think I had a 17-turn motor in it. You know, shocks, all the fun stuff. It was a really cool lunchbox, not box art at all. It was like just totally different than what the box looks like. And long story short is I ended up giving it away to a younger cousin of mine, and I've regretted it ever since. And now with the Evo coming out, I wanted to get an original lunchbox and hop it up just so I can have a duplicate of what I built 25 years ago back in my collection. So obviously parts that were available 25 years ago are not available today, but I did get a lot of cool parts, and I am going to build a nice Tamiya lunchbox. I am going to keep it a lunchbox though. I don't want it to look like something that's not a lunchbox, so I'm going to keep the body yellow. I'm going to change the wheels from yellow to the Midnight Pumpkin silver ones, and that's about it. I'm going to keep it a monster truck also. So it's going to stay a monster truck. It's going to have a yellow lunchbox body, but other than that, this is not going to be a lunchbox. I'm sure most, if not all of you, are very familiar with the Tamiya lunchbox. If you've never seen a Tamiya lunchbox before, this is an icon in the RC industry and in the community. Everybody loves a lunchbox, even though they're just goofy and bounce around all over the place. And they are just a fun little build and fun to drive, and really just a staple in most RCers' collection. I haven't had one in ages, so before the Evo came out, I just wanted to get the original lunchbox and throw a bunch of parts on it and have a cool build, a cool shelf queen, and something cool to bash around in front of the house with. So because I'm sure most of you are already very familiar with this truck, I'm gonna go through the parts really quick and then slap them on the chassis. I think by far one of the coolest parts I got is the aluminum gearbox. Let's take this out of the bag and get a good look at it. Wow. Look at that, guys. Look at that thing of beauty. Comes with color options for the gear cover here, but it comes with this, so I'm probably going to go red. And also I got red aluminum shocks, so I'm going to go with red, silver, and yellow on this one. I think it's going to match the body nice because there's red in the body. So red aluminum, yellow body, and then little pops here and there. I think it's going to look really cool, especially with all the silver aluminum. So that's cool. And the gearbox actually came with the bearings and screws too, so I'll be using those. Of course, got to have bearings, metal gears, guys. Got this really cool, really cool aluminum chassis. By the way, most of these parts are from eBay. That's where you can find most classic vintage aluminum parts these days. Is eBay is really the place to go. You can get some stuff on Amazon too. Most retailers don't really carry this kind of stuff, but you can find, just go on quick searches, you can find these parts, but mostly on eBay and you know, places like that. Lots of really good sellers on eBay, by the way. Every place I bought these from is top seller, A++ seller on eBay. If you want to put a link to their pages on eBay in the description, because I mean, like almost overnight, these parts arrived, very good prices and really good service. So I don't have any affiliation with these guys, but I'm just really happy with the quality and the quickness with the shipping. All right, but yeah, moving on. Look at this cool aluminum chassis, man. Very light too, very lightweight, has all the hardware. Look at that servo mount. Let me get this thing out of the bag too. I want to just take a look at this. Let's get a look at this. Yes, I'm ripping this bag open like an animal. Oh yeah, okay. There's a little bag of screws in here. Some spacers and some screws. And then yeah, look at that servo mount. Look at that. Cool. This is cool. This might be one of the coolest chassis I've ever bought. That's just cool, man. Look, imagine that. That's right there. And also they came with some quick guides here. This is for the chassis, and then this is for the gearbox. But yeah, cool. Okay, these are some made in China lunchbox aluminum arms. Very light. They seem to be pretty good. And then this is the RC Lions aluminum arm mount. So that's cool. Got some heft. Here's another cool part, aluminum bumper with the lights on the front. It actually comes with the LEDs in here. So you really just bolt it on, plug it in, and you have an awesome front bumper for your lunchbox. Ordered a black aluminum wheelie bar, and they sent me two on accident. I emailed them and said, hey, you guys sent me another wheelie bar, and they said, keep it. Cool set of some lunchbox shocks. These are aluminum. They seem to be pre-filled from the factory. Check out how they mount onto the chassis. They screw in underneath like that. Screw it down. It's pretty cool. And then I got the lunchbox / Midnight Pumpkin wheels. I'm not going to use the yellow wheels, even though I'm going to paint the body yellow. I'm going to go with some silvery, shiny wheels here. I mean, this packaging is so cool, too. I don't even want to open this up. I almost just want to keep that. Maybe I will keep the yellow wheels. This way I don't have to open this package. Look at that. It's so cool. Oh, also got this standard metal geared servo from Spectrum. Anytime I want to just put like a knock around servo, I always get these. They're inexpensive. They have metal gears, and they seem to perform really well. So always keep these on hand. Another good one to keep in your toolbox. These are inexpensive, low profile, just cool servos to have on hand. But yeah, that's a pile of parts right there. That's a lunchbox right there. So let's get this box open. Let's sort the parts out, and let's get to building. Slice! The lunchbox. Dun, 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 dun. Tamiya Lunchbox. Okay, first things first. Look at this beautiful body. I love unboxing certain Tamiya kits, man. I just love opening these boxes. Look at that body. Cool, cool, cool. Chassis. Don't really need you. Don't really need you, buddy. You're going to sit in this box now for all eternity. Stock plastic chassis. New aluminum chassis. Look at that. Check that out. This is going to be so cool. All the fun chrome-plated plastics. ESC. Probably won't be using this, but we'll see. Plastic arms and other parts. Smoked up windows. These are icons right here, guys. You may not think so, but they are. Those lunchbox tires, guys. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. So cool. Stock plastic gear cover. Ain't gonna need it. Hardware box. Let's see. Let's see what we're working with here in this box here. I'm gonna keep this box too. I'm keeping all these pieces. Oh yeah, here we go. All the hardware. Stock front bumper. I don't need that. Suspension parts. Other stuff. All right, cool box. Very cool box. Whoa, guys, look at these bodies. Those are nice. Those are real nice. Any unused parts, any spare parts are going to live in this box for all eternity on my shelf somewhere. All right, all the parts are laid out. Let's blast right through this thing. Let's go. All right, first few steps are done. It's basically just installing the steering servo and the body mounts. And all right, off to a good start. I think I'm going to be going through a lot of thread lock today. All right, check it out, guys. Gearbox is assembled. And I am getting some very, very smooth action with this. This is a very good aluminum gearbox because, like, all the stock gears that are inside of here, including the metal ones that I bought, just kind of dropped right in. I really didn't have to do anything other than thread lock all the screws because there's 6 screws holding this all together. And, you know, you just got to make sure you're thread locking the metal screws. But, I mean, look at this thing, guys. Look at how nice this is. But yeah, what a thing of beauty, huh? What a thing of beauty. That is gorgeous. Hear that? That's nylon gears. They're so quiet, the nylon gears and the diffs. And then I got a metal spur gear in there and then a metal pinion gear. So we'll see how this goes, right? Just gorgeous. Gorgeous piece of equipment right here. But let me get the motor mounted. All right, got the gearbox attached to the chassis. And that is looking like a pretty dang sick lunchbox so far. It's been a little tedious putting it together. You got to figure out what parts you don't need from the original kit. And, you know, because these aluminum parts all came with their own screws and stuff. So you got to really figure out what's what before you start assembling things. Otherwise, you start putting on things backwards. But it's really going together pretty good. I'm just using a lot of thread lock and just taking my time. But yeah, coming along pretty good. Already time for the shocks. So let's move on. All right, I'm getting the shocks open. And these things are really nice, guys. They are pre-oiled from the factory. With some heavy oil in there too. Kind of a medium spring with some very, very thick oil in there. I'm going to put them on like this with this oil that they shipped it in and see how it does. If I have to change it, I'll change it later. All right, the parts are falling into place here. I got the rear shocks on. Very, very stiff oil in there. I'm probably going to have to change that out. Got the front aluminum arm mount put on. The battery boxes installed. Moving right along, guys. Moving right along. It's really nice. Oh, guys, look at this. Look at this thing. Oh, my God. So cool. So cool. But yeah, moving along at a pretty good clip here, guys. I'm going to keep it moving. Form of monster truck. Look at this thing coming together. Look at this beautiful RC car. Look at it. Look at it. Hello, Lunchbox. Definitely some stiff oil in the shocks. Very stiff oil. That might be a good thing, actually. I think I'm going to keep it for now. Still bouncing like a Lunchbox. Definitely bouncing like a little Lunchbox. I don't know why, but I almost forgot that little wheelie bar right there. But yeah, there's the chassis, guys. All ready to rock and roll. I just need to finish the rest of the electronics. Got to do the LEDs. And then I'm going to get started on that body over there. All right, got a nice pile of leftover parts that are just going to have to live in this box. And there's a lot of screws left over, but that's only because a lot of the aluminum parts came with their own screws. So guess that's going in my screw collection. I think it looks pretty good unpainted. I mean, I'm going to paint it, but that's kind of cool, just a white body. I think it looks pretty awesome. Imagine that with all the decals on it. You know, that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. I'd never thought I'd see the day, but these decals are pre-cut from the factory. Thank you, Tamiya. Saved me a lot of work. Okay, there's the build, guys, and what a fun build the Lunchbox really is. If you haven't built one yet, I suggest maybe try one. It's a fun build. You know, don't expect this thing to be lightning fast or handle well, but it's a fun build. It's a good collection piece, and there's lots of parts available for it. Right? Look at how cool it is just sitting there. It's going to look even better outside when I do a shakedown run, but it's just awesome. What an awesome little truck. Loving the touch of the LEDs. I love the silver aluminum and the red aluminum. I think it actually goes really well with the yellow paint, and also I would think it would be overkill if I had the yellow rims on there. It just looks cool like this. But anyway, time for a shakedown run. Let's go. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's get a shakedown run going, shall we? That's about quarter throttle. I haven't really, I'm just letting the gears get lubed up. I'm gonna do my best to keep this body as clean as possible. Look at it bounce. That's what a Lunchbox is supposed to look like. Just bouncing. Look at that thing. Oh. Oh, first tumble. I'm sure it's fine. I haven't even opened it up yet, guys. I'm basically I haven't gone above like a third of the throttle yet. That's a third of the throttle. Not going fast, but just bouncing along. That's what you want a Lunchbox to do. That's why you buy it, because of that bounce. Oh boy, I'm really asking for it. All right, that's fun stuff right there. Stuff here. Just slowly, not gonna do it. Not gonna make it, not gonna make it. Oh, in the ditch. Oh my God. Oh my God, look at the sludge. Look at the sludge. It's a wet body. Let's let that, just gonna run it and let it dry off. Whoa! I'm very quiet because I'm having a blast, guys. This is very nostalgic for me. I haven't driven one of these in 25 years, so I'm kind of just enjoying the moment, you know? Oh. So most sensible people probably would have just kept this in the grass or something. Now here I am in the rocks. Oh, I got an LED light hanging off. Huh. Okay. Got an LED light hanging off. Looks like a screw came out or something. Interesting. That LED flapping around has got me cracking up. Just needs to be screwed back in. I'm surprised it screwed back out of that. Oh, God. I'm destroying those LEDs. Timber! Well, I think I'm doing to this what anybody who built a lunchbox would probably do. Take it to a little lumpy area like this, let it bounce around, get a good chuckle out of it. The thing that's so tragic about the lunchbox is it's so much fun to drive, and it's just so fun to watch it bounce around and everything, but it comes with this beautiful hard body that you're almost guaranteed to destroy because you're gonna flip this thing. It's very unstable. You know, it bounces like this. It's just, you know, at some point or another, it's gonna land on its lid. Ooh. Oh. You know, no matter how good of a driver you are, it's gonna land on its lid at some point. There you go. There you go. Bopping around. But, oh, you know what? I think I failed to mention that I have a torque tune motor in here. I didn't use the motor that came with it. I put a torque tune motor in, and I honestly don't know if I could tell the difference between the torque tuned and the silver cans that come with these. Maybe there's a little bit more power, but not much. But I figured let me put the torque tune in because there's a little bit more weight with the aluminum, and I just wanted a little bit more oomph to get that aluminum up and moving. But the suspension does seem to be working pretty good, even though it's very stiff. You still get that lunchbox bounce, and it does actually feel a little bit more stable. You know, I'm like whipping around these turns, letting it bop around. It's actually pretty well planted. Pretty well planted. And it is kind of boogieing a little bit. I guess it is kind of boogieing. You know, but, you know, I have damage to this thing already. I have a LED light hanging off the front. I think I bent the aluminum wheelie bar in the back. Oh, it's gone altogether. I don't even know where it is. I think it fell off. It's somewhere around here. Good thing for that second one. But I will say the gears are holding up. You know, to me, blipping the throttle, I get at least one comment a week about how I would blip the throttle. But there it is, guys. That is the Tamiya Lunchbox aluminum build, and I am very happy with it. I'm really happy that I have another one in my collection. I'm gonna go home, fix the LEDs up, and put the other wheelie bars. It's a good thing I got two of them. And it's gonna sit on the shelf with all my other awesome RCs. Oh, well, they don't call it a shakedown run for nothing. Just got to screw that back on. That's really no big deal. I guess maybe I didn't go and tighten the screws from the factory. No, I did, because I had to pull this off to attach the LED light. So I don't know, I guess the screw backed out, and then destroyed that rear wheelie bar. It's a good thing they gave me another one on accident. I got a backup, so that's good. Dirtied up the body a little bit, but really not too many scuffs, just, you know, in the corners, a little scuff there, a little scuff there. I got some paint there left over so I can do some touch-ups. But yeah, pretty much just dirty and shaken up a little bit. But no real damage, just superficial stuff. Definitely got the bugs shaken out of it. Definitely a successful shakedown run. I'm going to get her all cleaned up and stick it on the shelf and then move on to the next build. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. Until the next one. RC.